This episode of D20 to Curtain is dedicated to our friend, Ms. Terry Yancey. We just want you to know you're loved and that our hearts and prayers go with you. God bless.
Welcome, traveler. You must speak the ancient words to... Nah, just messing with you. You ready to play some D&D? Welcome to the party in the season 1 finale of D20 to Curtain, where Oklahoma theater geeks and their friends hit record and explore our new addiction to Dungeons and Dragons. We want to get right to the action, so let's get started. Let us introduce the crew. I'm Jerome, I'm your Dungeon Master.
I'm Timothy, and I'm Allie.
I am Kara. And I am Nesrin.
I'm Jennifer, and I'm Eula Reed.
I'm Jared, I'm Jaide.
I'm Susan, and I play Mira.
And I'm Jody, I play Lapis. Please consider taking a moment to subscribe and leave us a positive review. 5 stars would be awesome. On Apple Podcast or Podchaser. Share our show with fellow D&Ders through social media at D20 to Curtain on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and check out our website at d20tocurtain.com.
With that said, let's bring the curtain up. Allie, Nesrin, Eula, Jaide, and Lapis, the adopted children of a halfling woman named Seraphimia Hillgarden, reunite in Greenest, a small town in the south of the Sword Coast of Faerun, to say their final goodbyes to their mother. Their somewhat contentious reunion is cut short when Greenest is raided by the Cult of the Dragon. The party, though dysfunctional, is gifted and recruited to help defend the town, and though not without cost, they are ultimately successful in seeing Greenest through the night and the cult's exit. At the request of the town's governor, the party embarks on a series of missions that lead them to meet a young human woman named Mira Oberon, who is searching for her father, Curran, mother Yesma, and her sister, Yera, all captives of the cult. Mira joins forces with the party, and together they rescue Mira's parents, as well as a monk named Liason Erlanthar, from the cult's camp to the south near the Amnian border. Despite concerns, the party and Mira agree to return to the camp in hopes of learning more of the cult's plans and finding Mira's sister. Upon their return, Nesrin is taken hostage by the cult and taken deep into a series of caves, and the remainder of the party must attempt to rescue both Nesrin and Yera from the clutches of the cult's leaders, a half-dragon named Langdedrosa Cyanrath, and his mysterious commander, a woman named Frulam Mondath. In spite of a series of dangerous obstacles and a few tactical missteps, Allie, Eula, Jaide, Lapis, and Mira are able to reach Cyanrath, and together they destroy the half-dragon and make their way to the cult's hatchery, where they discover Yera and Nesrin, wounded but alive, and it would seem not alone. Nesrin has earned the attention of a dragon wormling and is trying with some difficulty to befriend the beast. With Cyanrath dead, the cult sends a large battalion of kobolds and cultists to eliminate the party, who, despite their best efforts and the arrival of an unidentified ally, is unable to keep Yera safe when she and Lapis are attacked. Yera falls unconscious, and with many in the party gravely injured, it is only a matter of time before our story takes an irrevocable and deadly turn for one side or the other. The one on Lapis, that's 18 to hit.
My armor class is an 18.
The one on Yera is a natural 20.
Oh shit.
So let's see. Let's do Lapis first. This is for Lapis. You're gonna take 6 points of piercing damage. The kobold jumping into the space, landing on the ground, keeps moving, thrust out of you, going right across your shoulder. The other kobold runs directly to Yera, thinking she too is a dangerous adversary. All right. It comes towards Yera. Dagger. Yera falls, crumples to the ground.
Oh.
Shit.
Jaide, you're up.
Yeah. There's 3 up there with us. No, or there's 4 up there with us.
You got 4 total, yes.
Okay.
There are three in the ravine.
Yeah, I'm gonna just attack the guy that just attacked me.
Okay.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Yes.
Get after it.
D6. Oh, how I don't know this by now. 5 points of damage.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna do.
And plus your natural damage was that because you get to double that.
Oh, I do.
Double your dice, yeah.
Yeah, you double your dice for the critical hit.
Oh, well then it's just 6. I rolled a 1.
Oh, you got +4.
That sucks on your critical.
Okay. Gotcha.
If your bow staff, if you use both hands on it, you can roll a d8. It's versatile.
Oh,
Ah.
well, I didn't. I forgot to do that, so I won't use that. But I will do a. You know what I'm gonna do? As I look down here and find my stuff,
With that.
I'm gonna do a flurry of blows.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Well,
Go for
that's what I'm gonna do.
it. Get after it.
Where we at? 13 yeah, so 19.
19 hits.
Woo!
Yeah.
And then however the flurry of blows works, 2 unarmed strikes. I'm gonna do
You'll have to roll both of those strikes.
yes.
So 19 hits with 1.
Yep. And then so 7 on the first one. And then 8 14.
14 hits.
Sweet. And then 8.
8 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Jade, staff in the air, around his body, crack into one. The kobold goes flying into the wall. He releases the staff at his side, and then with 2 quick movements on the side of his hand, and cracks into the snout of the kobold, cracks into the snout of the other kobold. All 3 simultaneously crumple, fall to the ground dead.
Monks for president.
Yeah.
Mira, you're up.
I am just gonna attack.
All right.
My short bow.
Go ahead and roll with your short bow.
Bam. Make it a good one. Gah, 17.
17 hits.
Ooh.
Woo, get up.
Okay, now please make it an even better one. 9.
9 points of damage.
Mm.
Mira, you turn around, look at Jade, watch him down. Cobalt just flying to the ground. You're like, hell, I'm getting in on this. You release a bolt into the eye of another Cobalt as it's coming towards you. It's one of those hits that it's in running motion to Cobalt, and as the bolt hits, it just knocks it off his course and sends it back. Cobalt dead.
Look at.
You want to do anything else?
There's nothing around me to attack, right? I'm good?
Nothing that you can see.
That I can see.
However, as you're looking now, your path not blocked by kobolds, you can see Allie coming up behind you. You can also see what you think are 2 figures coming up behind him.
Dash, disengage, or hide action. Ugh. I just want to do this all day. I want to prep and be ready for attack because this is scary and I've only got 2 points left and I'm about to die. Dash, disengage, or hide. That's my bonus actions.
You can do any of those things if you want. You can dash and run towards the other group. You can dash and run towards Allie. You could hide.
I mean, Allie, I love you, but I can't dash towards you because there's scary people behind you.
Ain't no dishonor in hiding.
I think I'm gonna hide for a moment. Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna hide and get my bow ready, and then I'm gonna sneak attack later on. Woohoo! All right,
There you
hide.
are.
All right. You see the boulder that had Allie pinned, and you're going to squat down, get in your low stride, and make your way behind it in the corridor itself.
Okay.
I'm just gonna silently watch her do this. There she goes.
What do you know about that? It feels kind of abandoned-y, but it's all good.
Well, I thought we were friends.
Oh no, we're friends. I'm just watching.
It's entertaining.
Yeah, it's like
It wasn't like she went over there.
Lapis, you're up.
So I've got that one. I've got 2 right. Well, I've got 1 on Mira and 1 on me. Or Yera, I mean.
There's 1 on you, there's 1 on Yera, there's 1 on Eula.
Okay. So I'm still using Langdodrosa's sword because I'm not going to take an action right now to switch weapons. Because that will take a whole action, and I don't want to do that. So that one in front of
Make it
me.
look cool though.
I was going to say I can make it look so cool, but I might screw it up. And I'm not going to waste an action
You're right. You're right.
on switching weapons. So Langdros, that's not going to hit. That's an 8. It's not going to hit.
You try to swing it, but you're trying to thread the needle, trying not to hit Yera, who is crumpled down at the ground beneath you. And you miss, unfortunately, the kobold who is approaching. What does she want to do?
That's I think all I can do because
Okay.
I
You're out. Yeah,
I can't take a bonus action or anything.
Okay. Eula, you're up.
I'm gonna bang my shield and cast Toll the Dead on the kobold nearest me. DC 14 Wisdom save.
So close. That fails.
Yes. Has he been struck yet?
No.
Okay. He takes 5 points of necrotic damage.
All right. The bell rings. The kobold grabs its head, screams out, and you could literally see it rotting at its eyes and face before it falls to his knees and then drops to its face as it dies.
Qatar. I'm gonna hold there until we're clear down here.
Okay. Allie, you're up.
Seeing the 3 figures behind me, I'm just going to turn and pull out the scimitars and just say, "Are you fucking kidding me? Look, we just killed Langdodrosa Dragon, whatever the fuck his name is. I'm tired. I have to pee. But if I have to kill you too, we will." And I hold my action.
You're having this diatribe with these kind of slow walking reservoir dog cultists that are coming down the corridor, and you see one go and fall forward.
Well, that was unexpected.
I don't know who we have coming, but I like them already.
Swear to God, if it's the blacksmith.
And I'm holding my action.
Okay. That's your turn. I'm going to go ahead and roll a death save for Yera. And that's a 7. So she fails one. Nesrin, you're up.
Okay, so is the kobolds in our hole still attacking?
There are kobolds in the hole. You've got the dragon that you're dealing with, or the wormling that you're dealing with.
I know what I'm gonna do. I can tell that things are getting chaotic and I'm worried. So I close my eyes, take a big deep breath, stick my hand out and touch the dragon. But as soon as I do, I also, for my bonus action, want to take Misty Step. So as soon as I touch it, I pop off away from it, like long enough to clear the way. But I'm not so far away it can't see me, just that it can't eat me.
Okay.
Nice. I love you. Bye.
Yeah. I say that. I'm like, you're going to have to trust me. And I just like touch him and then poof, gone.
Okay. I need you to make, let's see, Eula can't see you, but Lapis probably could, but she's engaged.
Yeah, and I imagine he's kind of cornered off, right? Because I could only see the bag at first too.
Yeah, okay. So go ahead and make, make an animal handling check.
– 14.
Then I want you to make a nature check.
Oh gosh. Yeah, nature. Oh, is that +0? That's great. Okay, cool. Mhm. 6.
And then I want you to make a performance check.
Oh. $21.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Okay. Nesrin, you are freaking out. You feel like this moment is critical. This animal is going to do you deadly harm, or you're going to escape this space with your life. You reach out You close your eyes, as you said you did.
Did.
You reach out and touch the creature on the snout. And as soon as you do, disappear. And find yourself about 10 feet back from its position.
I imagine my hand's still kind of just sticking up too.
So it's literally like touch, touch, and you're back in that same position. The wormling watches it and literally jumps back like a dog that thinks that sees a frog that jumps near it, and it kind of jumps back, screams out, and then walks towards you.
You scared my cat when you did that.
I'm sorry, the Jerome Stevenson story.
But Nesrin, the wormling steps towards you, step, and puts its head up. But because you make a 6 nature check, you just don't know what it means. What does it want you to do? All right, that's your turn. That takes us to the remaining kobolds. Lapis. They're both coming after you.
Of course they are.
Oh.
That's a 4.
Nope.
And misses. Because otherwise they'd go after Yera.
Oh, yeah. I don't know who she is, but
And that's a 7.
that misses.
This is kind
A
of like
lot.
jabbing at you, basically trying to keep you back. Jab, dagger, jab, dagger.
Mick Jagger.
Mick Jagger. They've got the moves like Jagger.
Jaide, you're up.
Do I see the people emerging from the?
You see Allie. You can see a figure standing in the hall, the corridor, far, far away from you. And now that he's turned, you can see what at this distance in the dust and smoke is just a roundish figure.
Cool. I'm not going to say or do anything. I'm just going to hold my position and keep my eye on Mira and Allie.
Got it. Mira, you're up.
Okay. So what are those humans doing now? What do I see?
You can see figure turned away from you all. And they seem to be engaged in a confrontation. This roundish figure and the humanoid creature in the corridor.
I'm gonna stay hidden then.
Okay.
If nothing's attacking, if I don't see serious threat, I'm staying hidden and ready. Rawr.
Okay. Lapis, you're up.
Okay, well, I still got those 2 in front of me, so and I'm still stuck with Langdodrosis weapon. I'm gonna swing. And I have a +4 on it. 13
13 hits.
hits, and so I roll 2d6s. 11 points of damage.
Lapis, now you're getting your groove back. You've missed the first time the point of this great sword is on the ground. You just slanted up towards the kobold and lunged forward, going in from the lower part of his body in his crotch area up through him. Dead, but on the sword.
Can I use a bonus action to attack the second one?
Do you have a bonus action that allows you to do that?
Oh, do I? Let me see. Oh, nope, never mind. I used it already. It's used.
Gotcha. Eula, you're up.
I'm gonna see the kobolds harrying Lapis, and I am going to once again clang my fist on my shield and cast Toll the Dead on the other kobold DC 14 Wisdom.
That is a 13 with a -2.
-2.
That fails.
Has he been struck?
He has not.
That is an 8. He takes 8 necrotic damage.
Bring him down.
I bang on my shield and a ring emanates and his little kobold eyes bleed and then his head sort of caves in like a collapsing star.
Oh.
You've been fighting with Lapis for way too long.
It's just struggling, trying to hold on through this pain, and its skull, eyes, just, well, what other thing could they do? Literally just kind of bleed and then pop forward as its head collapses it falls to the ground. You have no more enemies in this space. And the initiative would continue, except for the fight that had gone on up the corridor has ended. The cultist falls to the ground. You hear, anybody down there?
What the hell are you doing here?
It's exactly who I wanted it to be.
Urban, I found them. They down here. Come on, boy. Woo. Well, that's fun. The little portly city guard from Greenest makes his way down the corridor to find you.
You're a sight for sore eyes.
It's good to see you too, Mr. Alley. Boy, you got a shit show up there, I tell you for sure.
How'd you get in here?
Ain't no doors, just open cave. You just walk in there.
Yeah, but usually there's guards.
There ain't nobody back up there. It looked like they didn't clean house.
Oh,
Whatever was here, they took off in the hurry. It's a mess up there. Looked like y'all did quite a bit of damage. Where's all your people? They all right, Miss Nesrin? I mean, the other ones, which have all the different ones. I'm not interested in just anybody specific. I mean, just is everybody
I
all
don't know.
right?
I haven't seen Nezzy yet. So well, come on. They're on down this way.
Durbin emerges into the corridor, and the three of you make your way down towards the ravine. I'm going to go ahead and roll another death save for Yera. That's a 20. So she saves on that one. Yera starts to open her eyes. Kind of looks up at this group of strangers that she doesn't recognize. Allie, what would you like to do?
Everyone went in this room, so come on. And I'll lead them towards the corridor where Mira and Jaide are.
Durbin and Highland follow you to the edge of this plateau. What y'all doing down there? Y'all all right?
Highland!
Hello, Miss Eula, you all right down there?
I've been better, but I sure am glad to see you.
Whew. Give us a second, we'll come down. Durbin just jumps down, hits the ground. Highland takes a look around him just to look at the perimeter, puts himself on guard as he sees behind this boulder the figure of Mira, kind of crouched with her hands in the pre-karate stance. Ma'am? Who are you? Oh, as you pull out of the shadows. Miss Mira? That you?
Hi! You almost got attacked there.
Well, you look dangerous. I'm glad you didn't attack me. Woo. You all right? And he walks to you. Let me give you a hand. That looked like a big old boulder. I didn't hope that didn't squish you. Come on out there. You all right?
I've had better days.
I bet you have. I bet you have. We'll get you. We got your mom and dad out there. We'll get you to them. You find any sign of your sister?
I haven't seen her yet.
Let's go find out what's going on over here. And he takes you by the hand, starts to walk you towards where Allie and Durbin just disappeared into the ravine. Highland makes his way back to the edge of the drop-off. Miss Nesrin, that's you.
I don't respond, but I just kind of hold up a hand and kind of gesture. But I don't take my focus away from the
Kind of gesture to indicate.
hold.
So he's, I can't take, oh. And he gets quiet. Durbin makes his way towards Lapis.
Hello, Durbin.
Hello, Miss Lapis. What happened down here?
Well, appears we found Nesrin, and this other person, I don't know who she is.
And he takes a look at the woman who is on the ground, kneels beside her. Are you all right, ma'am? Can I help you? Yera looks up. I just want to sit here for a second. I'm a little woozy. And for the first time, the group of you are starting to notice that there is someone in your midst that you don't recognize, with the exception of Mira, who sees for the first time her sister. laying on the ground.
Oh my god. Can I run to her?
Absolutely.
So yes, I'm just
Do you jump? Do you climb down?
safely, but as fast as I'm hurt. I'm sorry.
I stand at the top of the precipice and I help her down.
Okay.
I stay up there while she helps her down.
Mira, with her hands to her mouth, her eyes wide with recognition. And Jade, you extend your hand as she climbs down the drop off and into the ravine below.
Do I see Mira make that move?
You can see her get down into the ravine, and then she starts to make her way towards the group of you.
I will very carefully pick up Yera and carry her over to the running Mira.
Okay. She doesn't resist at all. She's just limp, her eyes fluctuating between open barely and closed completely. She hangs with her arms to the side, looks to see her sister running up to meet her. Mira, did we win?
You found your sister.
I found my sister.
She barely even turns her head and looks at Mira. Mother and father, are they safe? Durbin steps up to the group of you. But before Durbin can speak, Highland steps over and says, "Hell, I don't want to be the breaker of bad news, but I think we need to find out what the hell's in here or get the hell out of here one way or another." And he realizes that he's forgotten to keep his voice down. "Sorry, Miss Nesrin, what the hell are you doing?"
I kind of step back a little further to see if the wormling follows,
And it does.
and I very quietly say, "This is Snapper."
Both Durbin and Highland take a giant step back, like, "What the hell? You gotta be kidding me." And Durbin starts to pull his sword from its sheath slowly.
And I hold my hand out and I say, "No, no, no. No, no, no. Nice and quiet. Snapper likes it nice and quiet."
"I don't give a damn what it likes. Sorry, ma'am." And he starts to move forward towards you.
"It's just a baby. If you come close, I will have to do something. I'm sorry. But I can't let you hurt it."
I will look at Nesrin and say, Nesrin, you're an idiot.
"I don't care, Lapis. It's just a baby."
Durbin looks over at Lapis. He looks back at you, looks at the creature.
What do you see happening, Nessie?
I want to let it free.
What do you think's gonna happen?
There's no way that thing is going free, Nesrin. I'm sorry. It's not a pet.
It's not my pet, no. It's nobody's pet. It deserves to be free.
Why?
Same as you or I.
We don't kill people and steal their gold.
It's not killed anybody. It's not
Yet.
stole any gold.
Yet. And I am going to very carefully lay Yera down by Mira.
I'm kind of standing almost in guard right now. I've kind of positioned myself where I'm in front of the dragon and sort of in between them with my hands up.
I want to go. I want to go. I want to go. I don't want to be in here anymore. I don't know what's about to happen, but I don't want to be here.
The tension is palpable. You can all feel this standoff building. Durbin has not released the pressure on his sword. He is ready to spring on this thing the minute anybody moves. And the wormling stagger steps 1, 2, 3, closer to Nesrin, and lets out a tiny roar. It wants something, Nesrin.
Breakfast in my pockets.
Nesrin's head is
How
what
far down is the pit?
It's 10 feet.
I don't have anything else. It has my pack, right? It's
Eula, make a nature check.
13.
At 13, you're watching this. You think maybe she gave it something because whatever it seems to be doing, it wants it again.
Nesrin, did you feed the baby dragon?
maybe a little.
wants something from you, Nesrin.
He's just hungry. That's all.
Can I notice the bite mark on her
You
arm?
can.
Nesrin, it wants you. It has tasted your blood, and it wants you.
As all this is happening and all the focus is down there, I'm going to cast Distant Whispers on the dragon at 2nd level. Which will be a wisdom saving throw of 13. And at 2nd level,
Okay.
so it's going to be 4 d6s.
What the hell does that do?
It whispers. Gently.
Okay. I'm going to roll this.
A whisper, a discordant melody that only one creature of your choice within range can hear. Racking it with terrible pain, the target must make a wisdom saving throw.
And Durbin, as you are casting the spell, you don't even hear him talking. You're focused in on your spell. Durbin says, "That's a goddamn copper dragon. And you fed it blood. That thing thinks you're its mother." That's an 11.
Thank God. Oh,
It fails the save.
It's a good dragon. Oh no.
Mother of dragons.
Take 14 points of damage.
Okay. And as you complete the spell, your hand moves towards it just enough that the dragon notices it because it has excellent perception. It lets out this giant, pained roar. And as it does, Nesrin, it looks to you and lifts itself fully off the ground for the first time in flight.
Do I hear Durbin say any of that? What he just said?
All of you but Jade and Allie hear it. I need you all to roll initiative. That's a 20.
I just want to get out of there.
yeah.
He's Snapper, the friendly dragon.
25 to 20,
20.
20 to 15. Nobody?
Wow.
15 to 10.
14.
10.
I'm glad to see we're all in the same boat here.
10 to 5.
9.
6.
8.
All right. The wormling takes to the air. He's going to turn to Allie, and he is going to take a deep breath and fire the beginnings of what he has developed towards Allie and Jade. I need you both to make a dex save.
10.
15.
Jade. Oh, God. You are right next to your brother, and the two of you are in line with this creature's breath as it unleashes what is its first ever attack in this manner. That's 5, 6, 7, 8. 16, 3, 17, 18, 19. You are going to take, Jade, 19 points of acid
Oh,
damage.
Jesus Christ.
I am dead.
And
Wait, wait.
Allie, you're going to take half of that.
9 points.
Yeah.
Okay.
The dragon lifting itself up into the air and spews this bubbling brown and green liquid from its mouth. It out and fires at the two Hillgarden children sitting up on the precipice. That takes us to Nesrin. You're up.
I am going to cast Firebolt, but I'm not using it. I just have it in my hand. And as my bonus action, I'm using my tempestuous magic and I'm raising up where the dragon is. I am going to say to everybody, disengage. Just walk away. Is it another action if I take extinguish the fire in my hand, and I'm trying to, I guess, like you would with a toddler, use sign language. Like, no fire.
Acid breath is bad, okay? Not 10 on that one.
Okay. You raise up into the air next to the dragon. Your hand ignites with this flame. You look the dragon in the eye while speaking to the remainder of your party. And then you are going to crush the fire, which is a light, which is dangerous. It would cause you damage.
Yes,
And what's the damage of the firebolt?
either roll for it, but it's a D10.
Roll 1d10's worth of damage.
That's a 6.
You take 6 points of damage.
Oof. Right.
How many hit points do you have?
2.
You put your hands together. Ah! Burns both of your hands. And because it's your own magical fire, it scars both of your hands badly. And your body falls to the ground from the sheer pain of distinguishing your own magic assault. You fall to the ground, weakened. But the dragon watches all of this. Lapis, you're up.
I am going to take her advice and not engage it, but I am going to yell at Nesrin. Nesrin, if you are that thing's mother, you better control it.
That's your turn.
That's my turn. There's not much I can do. I'm not gonna fire at it.
Allie, you're up.
I throw myself on Jaide, protecting him, and cast Cure Wounds at level 1, just to bring him back.
Okay.
And so he gets 9 points back.
Okay.
And I'm just going to protect him with my body and shield him and just stay covered him. That's my turn.
All right. Okay. Eula, you're up.
I don't need Lathander for this. Celestial sounds like kind of an angel's choir when you don't speak it. It just sounds like a bunch of heavenly voices. And I look up at the dragon and I just say peace, 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 and just over and over again in celestial.
Make a persuasion check.
18.
Okay. Good to know. Jaide, he's injured. He's recovering. Mira, you're up.
I have Yera with me.
Mm-hmm. She's down on the ground, laying next to you.
I want to help her up. I want to get out of there. So I want to duck and cover and sneak to the door at the same time.
Go ahead and make an athletics check with
Oh,
advantage.
come now.
With advantage. With advantage.
Got this, girl.
11.
Mira, you pick Yera off the ground and lift her into your arms. It's not a impressive looking carry, but you have her. And you take her behind the series of stalagmites to your right and set her behind it. It's that kind of Alan Rickman in Sense and Sensibility, where he carries her, but you do it and you lay your sister down on the ground and huddle next to her, snap her. Its wings flapping. It's got the hang of flight now. Nesrin, it looks to you. It hears the voices. It sees that everyone has lowered their weapons, including Durbin and Highland, who have done nothing. They simply just watch. The dragon descends to the ground next to you, putting itself between you and the party. And it looks at you. And it nudges at you, pushing on your body, pushing you forward. Make an animal handling check.
18.
It pushes on you with its snout, its neck pushing forward. You finally getting a chance to take a really good look at it, and you can see where you hadn't seen before. Although it's muddy and brown with traces of green in it, you can see the copper in it. And it seems to say, get up.
I stand up and I reach out and I touch it with my the hand, the burn scarring, like it's kind of an expression. Your pain is my pain.
Your hands extended, the party for the first time gets to see the wounds you've sustained from your own fire. The wormling lets out a deeper, more specific growl, but proceeds to stay with you and doesn't attack. Lapis, you're up.
Well, I'm not going to attack it. I'm going to start moving to get out. Can I see Mira and Yera huddled?
If your intention as
Where
a
they
group is to release from combat, then I can release you from initiative.
Yes.
Okay. You look around the remaining of this ravine. You see Yera and Mira huddled together. That's the damnedest thing I ever seen in my life.
Highland, help me get these two out.
I'm on it, Miss Lapis. Come on, Derb. And Durbin follows him.
Can I go over and pick up Yera again?
Sure. You reach a completely unconscious Yera, scoop her up.
I'm going to look at Mira and say, I'll make sure you get out.
Durbin follows your lead. You need help, ma'am? You all right?
As long as we're getting out of here.
And he picks her up,
Charge.
scoops her up in his arms. It's easy work for him. Your mom and dad gonna be real happy to see y'all. Let's get the hell out of here.
Before we leave, because I'm down there with Nesrin still, I'm ugly. I'm broken. I'm motherless. And we came all this way and got so hurt looking for you. And all you give a shit about is that thing. And I turn around and I climb up the ledge and I just walk out.
And I see Nesrin, the dragon, and I say, oh, for fuck's sake. And I help Jaide up and we just start to walk out.
I carry Yera. I help get her up the cliff and follow.
Durbin gets Mira, lifts her up to you guys. She's able to use your hands to get herself up on the plateau. And then he climbs up, puts his hand down to Highland. Come on, big brother.
I stand there watching them all walk away. I can obviously feel the disdain. And I kind of wait until they've cleared a little bit, moved forward. And then I look at Snapper and just kind of stroke my hand against his snout.
The wormling watches you intently, but allows you to stroke him.
Looks like it's just you and me. I guess we better get out of the hole. Although I have the feeling that we're going to be in this hole for quite a while. And I just start making my way out.
Go ahead and make an athletics check just to clarify how that goes.
I'm not doing super good, am I? 8.
You get up, but it's a struggle, and you're having to do it by yourself because there's nobody standing behind to help you. The wormling simply flies up and is standing on the ledge as you make your way up. He is there safe and sound, kind of watching you. And as you get up, says, hold.
Mama.
Tiny baby dragon.
And then it proceeds to follow you.
I almost lose my grip because it's so shocking when I hear that. I'm going to keep this between us right now because I've lost a lot of blood, and I might be imagining that you just said whole. All right, let's see if we can find you something to eat, huh, Snapper? Let's go.
Odor.
Are you guys making your way down the corridor, back down where you were?
I'm going to follow Durbin and Highland.
Before we leave, I take my hand and place it on the wormling's snout, and I say, Snapper. And then I take my hand back and place it on myself, and I say, Nessie. And then I repeat it, Snapper, Nessie, Snapper, Nessie.
It looks at you and says, Nessie.
Yes.
But it doesn't say Snapper.
A deep voice for a dragon, for a baby.
Do you continue down the path?
Yes, I start heading down the path.
Everybody else is going down the path? Okay, good. All right, so the group of you make your way back into the shrine. The dragon flies into the next chamber. When it sees the group of you assembled there, it goes into the little alcove where the rope ladder is, but sort of waits there. Durbin and Highland are just kind of looking around the space. They get their attention starts to focus on this trunk.
No.
They're looking around, kind of investigating. You don't see this?
What is it?
I don't look good. And he's making his way around the room, and he's noticing that in all of this dragon sculpture on the walls, there are a series of holes. Look at that in there, look at that in there, look at that in there, look at that in there. I don't like this at all. Durbin, get away from that trunk, buddy.
Run now.
And he's like, I think we all right, but I think it's tied to something, and my guess is it's going to be that fella right there. And he points to the trunk.
Mira,
Yes?
You want to look at
can you look at it?
No, I don't want to look at it. I want to go.
This is your skill set.
Oh, okay. I can.
You have to go to it.
Okay, yes, I can do a performance check as long as I don't have to really, really look at it.
She just like jazz hands it.
Just like dance in front of it.
Do I have to?
Mira, do you want me to look at it? DM, I'll look at it.
Okay.
Oy.
I'm going to ask for guidance.
Yay.
That's a 19 plus 2.
Go ahead and make an investigation check for this.
Investigation? That's plus 0, so 21.
Oh, God.
Okay. That's plenty. Eula, these are nozzles. They're built in. Whatever is the trigger is going to send something through those nozzles. What it is, you don't know. But this is a trap of some sort.
Can I try to figure out how to disarm it? So does it come out of the trunk itself? Does it look like it might be tied to the floor?
With a 21, your best guess, there's got to be a trigger. And it seems, unless you're missing something, it would seem to be either the trunk or the weight of the trunk on the stone or something that would trigger it.
I think that this trunk, if we move it or try to open it, it might make some sort of gas or something come into the room. But I also wonder if something really important is in the trunk.
Does Snapper seem to have any vibes about this situation? I mean,
He's not paying any attention to the other stuff.
Okay.
Especially because he doesn't like the name Snapper. Sorry about your dragon.
His real name is probably like Gastos.
Right.
And he's blocking the exit, isn't he?
I mean, I don't think he's blocking it. He's just kind of over in that space.
They say in times of trauma, you should follow animals because they know what to run away from.
Ness, why don't you take your dragon and everyone else who wants to get out of here, and let's just abandon this room for a second. Eula, you got your thief tools?
Yeah.
All right. Everyone else can leave and then you and I can look at the trunk in case something is in that trunk or something horribly goes wrong, which, knowing us, it will. I have 1 hit point left.
No, don't
about-
do it. Don't do it.
Allie, you go. I'll do it.
I mean, I have 1 cure wounds left, and I can cure myself real quick, but it's only a first level.
But if you're unconscious, you can't do it. Just
But
go.
I
I'll
can
do
use
it.
my mage hand to.
Eula, I'll stay with you.
You got 1. I got 2. Eula, what do you have? This is a bad idea.
We promised the governor we would bring him back everything we could find. I'll do it. Everybody leave.
Eula, I'm not leaving you here alone. I'll stay with you.
I got it. Everybody leave. Allie can bring me back if he needs to. Everybody leave.
Yes, lead the way. Get your dragon out of the way,
It's
please.
not my dragon. I don't argue because I know I'm already on thin ice and I just start heading out.
You head out and make your way up the ladder. As you reach the top, you discover that room with the desk and the chairs and the lamp. It has been ripped through as though somebody was emptying and hurrying out of here. There are papers everywhere.
I look for my book. I want to search the room. I want to find my book.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
19.
All right. You make your way up. The remainder of the party makes their way up behind you, leaving Eula behind.
Lapis, are you staying?
She doesn't want me to, but I'm staying at the top. I'll stay at the top just within earshot.
No, I'm leaving, but I just want to say one more time, this is a bad idea. Just let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay.
Nesrin, as they are making their way up, you start to look through this room, thinking you can find your book, thinking you can find what's yours. Durbin, essentially, fireman carries Yera up. Mira follows, Highland with them. And while Durbin carries the unconscious Yera, Highland escorts them and Mira, joining after offering her final warning to the party. And the 4 of them disappear through a forward passage. Nesrin, as they exit, you find a couple of papers that pique your interest, specifically a couple of letters. The first one addressed to Frulum, and another, it seems, was written by her in response. You have just enough time to kind of scan these letters quickly, but a couple of phrases jump out at you. For instance, you see, "Now, I can assure you that my intelligence is better than good, and the Hillgarden woman is upon the point of death.
Oh.
A condition that cannot come soon enough for my purposes." You sort of scan. You see, "And I will take an opportunity to secure the captive." Scan. "I wouldn't want one of your folks to get overzealous and risk my chance to talk with the boy. He may be the only one who knows what I need to know." And it's signed Anton M. An equally brief scan of the second letter furthers your sense of dread, and you don't have time to read it carefully because Allie and Lapis are making their way up and having a discussion about, what they're going to do in the aftermath of whatever happens in Eula's attempt to
I
open the
keep
trunk.
them. I pocket them.
I'll stay at the top of the ladder with Lapis.
I want to be far enough away where she can't see me, but close enough where I can get to her.
Okay, so that puts you behind Allie. Allie is at the top of the open trapdoor, and I would assume kind of foot on the rope ladder, and you're right behind him. Go for it, Eula.
I wanted to try to disarm the trap. If there's no way for me to disarm it, then I'll just try to pick the lock with thieves' tools.
With these tools, okay, go ahead.
I'm asking for guidance.
No.
That would be plus another, because it's with my proficiency bonus, so it'd be 15.
Okay. You are working on this very delicate lock. You are sweating, trying to wipe the sweat from your eyes. Click of a tumbler. Click of a tumbler. It sticks. Click of the tumbler. The lock opens. The trunk opens. With the trunk open, you listen. The room sounds as quiet as ever it did. Inside are a string of pearls, a gold and a sapphire ring, a pouch with half a dozen massively cut and polished precious stones. These rings and jewels are unidentified, but you'd be willing to bet it is
From Green Est.
good loot In addition, you find vials, 5 specifically, of red bubbling liquid. And they're wrapped in a piece of cloth. That's it.
I'm going to take it and I'm going to put the jewels in a separate pouch because I'm going to give them to the governor to give back to whomever they belong.
Okay.
Would I recognize on sight the vials?
Having seen enough of this as a cleric, you recognize these as healing potions of some sort. The strength of them, you don't know.
Okay. I'll go back up the stairs or up the ladder.
You're waiting up on the ladder to hear some sign of the inevitable badness that's going to happen. Instead, you find Eula making her way up the rope ladder.
What'd you find?
I found some jewels that probably belong to the folk of Green Est, and I'll give those to the governor. But I also found what I can only guess are healing potions. And I say we share those out when we get the heck out of here.
Exactly. Let's get out of here.
You guys are in this chamber, and returning into the room are Durbin, carrying a still unconscious Yera, Highland, Mira, Curran, and Yezma. Durbin holds Yera in his arms while her mother and father set up a makeshift pallet on the ground for her. Mira stands dutifully by. Durbin lays her down and almost immediately leaves the room. Yezma and Curran settle Yera in, and Curran stands among you in the center of the chamber, puts his hands over his heart and says, "I cannot thank you enough for bringing my family back together and freeing them from these lunatics. We will take our rest here to give Mira and Yera a chance to recover, but thanks to you, we can take our daughters with us to the north, safely, to waters deep. I think it is wise that you stay and rest as well. We are safer together. Agreed?"
Agreed.
I think a rest is long overdue.
We checked the perimeter. We're gonna look through all the rest of these caverns, see what we can find. But look like you guys could use a rest, so maybe you get yourself some sleep. Durbin, he gonna sleep outside. He don't wanna. He just won't sleep outside. Get him some rest out there. So I'll stay in here with you all. Maybe we look at these other caverns here, but I think this one's best, easiest to secure.
We can help you take watch, Highland.
I think that'd be wise. We'll keep our eyes open. We don't want them coming back and sneaking up on us. Y'all get settled. Miss Nesrin, you got a moment I can talk to you?
Of course.
Come on out here.
And he proceeds to walk out to the main entrance.
Where is Snapper during all of this?
Snapper follows, and once he gets into the open air of the cavern, takes flight and kind of disappears off into the sky. Nesrin, Highland remains silent and leads you back into the sort of anteroom just prior to Frulam's chamber here. And you notice in the corner a body carefully draped in cultist robes, which has been placed against a far wall opposite the entrance from Frulam's chamber. He stops and turns back and looks at you.
They asked us to look for somebody they thought was here. Fella from Am. He's trying to hide with these sumbitches. You didn't happen to hear them mention anything about a traitor or a spy or anything like that, did you?
No, what do you mean? What did...
Oh, nothing. It just something the Operons asked us to keep an eye out for. That's all.
Highland doesn't look directly at you, but he instead continues to walk out through the secret passage until you emerge into the cavern, which holds to your left the exits into the open air. You both emerge from the cave and find Durbin bringing up supplies, a few more weapons, a wineskin, a bedroll, and he's making sort of a makeshift camp roughly 10 feet from the cave's entrance. Durbin, here she is. Thanks, and Durbin continues to work to gather his things to put his camp together. And much like Highland, doesn't stop to look at you. My grandfather studied dragons. He'd tell us all about them. One thing, ma'am, dragons ain't no pets. But I think that wormling is bonded to you. He steps away and is starting to pick up a couple of large rocks to kind of create a perimeter. A dragon's mother teaches it 3 things: how to fly, how to hunt, and how to kill. After that beast is on his own. Without it, though, he won't survive. And out there in the wild, it's pretty much doomed. He can't get strong like he's supposed to. Hell, maybe that's a good thing. Bronze, whatnot. Supposed to be good, but I couldn't say for sure. Anyway, thought I'd tell you what I know about it. I have.
I appreciate the information. I don't know much about dragons, but I do know that you can't keep them. Not like that.
Problem is, you fed it. Dragon's a hunter. You don't feed it. You do what you think is best. And he proceeds to lay out his bedroll in front of the cave entrance.
Durbin,
Yes, ma'am.
what do they eat?
Ma'am, it's a dragon. Eventually, whatever the hell it wants. Mostly something that'll try to run away.
Oh.
But whatever's close, I guess.
Yeah. I guess that makes sense. If you have any books or anything that you could loan me, I probably not, but
Not much I know about it other than what I heard him talk about. Wish I could help more. And he stops and looks at you. Just try not to get yourself hurt.
I think it's a little late for that.
Try not to get anybody else hurt, too. Yeah. Maybe talk to somebody who knows more about it than a dummy like me.
Thank you, Durbin. I appreciate it. And you coming to our aid. My aid.
As you're having this conversation, Snapper lands on one of the cliffs above you, stretching himself out. Oh.
He's spunky.
Please tell me he doesn't want that to be his name.
Anything else you guys want to do?
Once we got clear this was where we're going to sleep, I collapsed on the floor and I passed out.
I actually stay outside with Durbin.
Is Highland back in the room with us?
He comes back in momentarily just to kind of check in on the group of you before making his way out again the chamber into the sort of ante room.
I'm going to go up to him and say, Highland, if you or Durbin get tired, you wake me up. I'll take next watch for you, if you need it.
I appreciate that, Miss Lapis. Mr. Kiran and Miss Yesma, I'm going to take them tomorrow. We're going to go on the water deep. Durbin's going to escort y'all back.
Very well.
Tell y'all finding there.
Nothing worth anything.
I don't think any of this is good, ma'am.
I don't either, Highland.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Well, let's get to watching.
Very well.
And he continues out the secret passage and to his duty. The party is bedded down. Yera and Mira lie next to their parents. Kieran positions himself between the door and his family. Yezma cuddles in next to an unconscious Yera and an exhausted Mira. She applies water to a piece of cloth and sort of dutifully dabs at Yera's feverish forehead. Allie essentially passes out while the remainder of you determine what must be done before you settle down to somewhat of a peaceful rest. Nesrin, Durbin produces an additional bedroll for you, and you get situated as the wormling once again takes to the sky in search of prey or maybe mischief. And your body finally falls into stillness and begins to race you towards a much-needed sleep. And the last coherent thoughts in your sleep-deprived mind are random pieces of text from the letter you tucked away.
Now I can assure you that my intelligence is better than good, and the Hillgarden woman is upon the point of death.
With your mind racing and your body depleted,
A condition that cannot come soon enough for my purposes.
eventually your body wins.
During her internment.
And at long last, you drift off to sleep. And that is where we will end our season.
Thank you, Jeebus.
I swear, if you kill my dragon, do not kill my dragon. You can't mess with Kara's pet.
I don't have any control
Can't do
over what
that.
happens to your pets, man. I just work here. Thank you, as always, friends, for joining us on the D20 to Curtain podcast. We are so excited to get back to our story after the new year.
Happy New Year and happy holidays.
We hope that you have a great 2021. It has to be better than 2020.
The pandemic has been a legitimate dragon. Please do your part to slay it. Let's spread love and light in honor of all who've suffered this year. Be good to one another, and we'll see you in 2021.
And we'll be back January 18th with more of our story and season 2 of D20 to Curtain.
So in the meantime, have fun, be kind, and play the role.
It's not the cultist whose Lapis is next.
I
Is
don't
it the
remember if
sleeping
I killed that
cultist?
guy.
Sleeping dead cultist, yeah.
Did I kill that guy?
Yeah.
Was that?
I didn't know my parents were gonna show up, and I was totally gonna tell Yera they were dead.
And you think I'm mean? God.
See how she reacted.